The global economic and financial crisis, I think, was brought on mostly by the overexpansion of the financial sector. So people say it was real estate or it was various forms of deregulation. Some people even say it was too much regulation. I think you need to step back and think about the broader picture and the longer run. It wasn't a 3 or 5 or even a 10-year phenomenon. It was a 20-year or 30-year, perhaps, almost, a movement of resources into the financial sector. Initially, some of this made sense. Initially, there was some reasonable deregulation, let's say in the 1980s. But as this sector became more profitable, it became more powerful. They turned their economic resources into political resources, and they used that to get a lot of advantages in the 1990s that allowed further expansion. An enormous amount of money and very talented people went into this sector. They persuaded themselves and us, I would say, that they knew what they were doing. They could manage risk appropriately. They grew even bigger as a percent of the economy. As a share of corporate profits, finance accounted for 40% in the early 2000s. That's extraordinary. One sector was 40% of all corporate profits. And of course, it turned out they didn't really know what they were doing. They mismanaged the risk or failed completely to understand the risk. At the same time, they persuaded regulators and legislators and members of the executive to look the other way. And that's the real reason why the crisis is so big and so severe. And of course, I don't think it's over, because I don't think the underlying problems of political and economic power are anywhere near being addressed.